Good evening, lovely tubers. White Mexican back again for another deck profile for you guys. This is going to be a continuation of my Kashtira build for February 2024 now. There was a weekly tournament today that I competed in almost every Sunday. In my personal opinion, it's one of the most competitive, if not the most competitive local tournament that we have here in Syracuse, and that is just because a lot of really smart, really competitive players seem to all kind of articulate and gather for the Sunday tournaments. And I was able to get top 8. I did lose in the first round of top 8. It was a five round tournament, and then going to top 8 after that. I'm sorry, I'm losing kind of my train of thought. I have like a couple different things I'm thinking about right now. But there was 29 players. I think it was like, yeah, around 29 players, give or take, total tournament. We did 5 rounds. I ended up winning 3 out of 5 of my rounds. 1 round was a draw, and 1 round was just a flat-out loss. So that got me enough points to get into top 8, and then I lost immediately in top 8. And the way it breaks down, and it goes to top 4, and then top 2, and then the prize support is really good. Like if you can get past top 8, like you're really good. You get pretty good prize support. But if you only make it to top 8, you kind of get shafted because you only get a credit voucher, which is essentially just it's a $5 entry fee, and then you get OTS. To cover the fee. And if you make top 8, you automatically, get a $5 whatever bullshit that this is. And it's a lot of work. Like it's a lot of work. So Sundays for this specific tournament isn't my favorite type of format. It is fun because it's really good practice. You get to play a lot of really experienced players for the most part, and it is fun. You're there with your buddies. You're having a good time. You're trading. You're practicing. It is a lot of work though, and I've never personally myself, I've never gone beyond top 8. I've only made top 8 a handful of times throughout my time here in Syracuse myself. And it is a lot of work for what it is to really just to really just get this. It's pretty unfortunate, but it is what it is. Really quickly, so this is the same as my last deck profile. It hasn't changed. Really quick, I'm just gonna turbo through this for you guys, starting with the magic cards in the main deck. 1 Called By, 1 Terraforming, 3 Cosmic, 3 Dimensional Fissure, 3 Raigeki, 3 Pot of Prosperity, 3 Planet, 3 Theosis, and 3 Birth. Getting into the main deck monsters, 1 Scareclaw, 1 Ogre, 3 Shifter, 3 Ash, 3 Rise Heart, 3 Fenrir, and 3 Unicorn. For the side, 3 Lava Golem, 1 Dark Bribe, 1 Rivalry of the Warlords, 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors, 2 Dimensional Fissure, 3 Evenly Matched, and 3 Judgment. These judgments are going to be replaced by Mind Over Matter. This is it's a rare card from the Dueling Genesis. If you guys check my my last deck profile / video update, I explained specific reasons why. This is terrible, awful in time. Great card, but just awful for time purposes, and that's why I'm switching it out for Mind Over Matter, which essentially does the same thing, except I don't have to lose potentially 4,000 life points. So those are coming in the mail. I've already ordered my playset off TCGP. I just have to wait for them to come in the mail. For extra deck, 1 Baron, 1 Blackluster Soldier Link, 1 Little Knight, 1 Zeus, 1 Sky Crisis, 2 Big Eye, 2 Shang, 3 Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, and 3 Dark Arm the Dragon of Annihilation. So pretty much the same. I'm pretty sure that's card for card. Maybe there was a few changes in the sides or maybe the extra deck, but pretty much the same from what I can call from my last upload. And really quick, the matches. I'm going to break down the matches for you guys because I always record the matches because it helps me learn and just become a better player in general. I like to archive data. So today, for the 5-round tournament and then going into top 8, round 1 was 2 games, so I did just, completely one flat out against a Trickstar burn deck. Round 2 was a win as well. It went to game 3, and that was against a Snake Eyes Fire King deck. That was round 2. Round 3 was Snake Eyes Fire King as well, and that went to 3 games, and I won that one as well. Round 4 was my only official flat-out loss within the first 5 rounds before top 8. That was to a pure Sword Soul player. We did go to 3 games, but I did end up losing the 3rd game. And there's kind of some details behind that. Essentially, in game 3, he was going first. I lava golemed his control cards away. And then I got hit for a couple different damages because it kind of was a little bit of a grindier game. And then basically at the very end, the way that he got through and kind of pierced at the very end of game 3 was the Imper in my Shang, because that was really my only defense, and then he summoned over 6,000 in bodies, and then I only had 58 at that point in the game, so he just attacked directly, and that was basically my only flat-out loss. Round 5 was my only draw. That was against the Red Archfiend Turbo Synchro deck, and that went to a draw because we went into game 3 and we ran out of time immediately. I was going first game 3, and we immediately ran out of time before I even finished my first turn. More than likely, that could have been a win if we had more time. Again, it is what it is. Timing rules are what they are, but I mean, like, I had Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors, I had Dimensional Barriers, a whole bunch of stuff that were really going to completely be blowout for him on his first turn. So ideally, that could have been a 1 if we had more time. Again, we ran out of time. Let game 1 just grind out way too long. So I ended up drawing on that, but that did give me enough points with 1 loss and 1 draw out of 5 rounds. It did give me enough points to proc into top 8. We went to top 8, and then I played yet another pure Snake Eyes. We did go to 3 games, and the crazy thing specifically about the loss in top 8 against the pure Snake Eyes deck was I shifted every single game. So we went to 3 games. I believe that I think I lost the dice roll. He went first. I opened Shifter, proc Shifter off. He didn't have called by, so he kind of just like couldn't really do a lot, and then passed. And then I don't think I exactly OTK'd him, but I very gradually I just like took him out of the game. Took game 1. Game 2, I shifted again, going first, and he kind of just outgrinded me, and ended up taking game 2 very, very slowly because the shifter obviously slowed him down tremendously. Game 3, I was going first, of course, and sorry, I don't know if I'm mixing this up. My head's like all over the place right now. Anyway, we went to 3 games. Every single game I shifted, but he still had the sustainability to play through the shifters, at least survive enough to get to his graveyard back after shifter resolved after the 2 turns. And I just didn't draw that good. Honestly, I did not draw very, ideally against that deck. No excuses. A loss is a loss. It's just pretty incredible that they were able to play through 3 shifters. And primarily what sealed the deal is I just did not draw premium, and they were able to just play through it. So anyway, I dropped out of top 8 and pretty much just lost it all again, because specifically for this tournament, like, after all that, like, this is literally like all you get after literally winning 3 rounds and then 1 draw, so which is, isn't like, perfect or anything, but it is a lot of work. It's very time consuming, so we think we should definitely get more than just this, but it is what it is. Anyway, yeah, so that was the rounds right there. And we're just gonna go ahead and open this one up. Again, this is for the entry fee stuff, so we did get a pulled by the rug. I feel like out of like all the super rares that I get, like I feel like I've pulled like 15 of these, which I'm not complaining. I mean, these are, $3 or so. So just, cannon fodder for TCGP. But that is all I have for you guys. Again, it's super fun deck. I'm an Advent Cashier lover. It's super, super fun. Obviously, with Snake Eyes and Fire Kings and a lot of stuff in this current format. A lot of people need their graveyard. And the Fishers, specifically, it's kind of like a white Mexican staple. I don't know much of any other Cash players. Maybe, hopefully, I'm inspiring other Cash players to get on this in the main, because this has been like the MVP. It's so good. And again, obviously, like Flu and Exo Sister, we have the lucky rare privilege of being able to run Shifter as well. And these are just completely blowout. If this stays on the field or if this resolves, you're almost not guaranteed to win. Like I said, even against like the pure Snake Eyes, I procced Shifter 3 different times, turn 1, and 3 different games. And I still ended up losing, unfortunately. The deck is, undoubtedly strong, and in the right pilot's hands, it's really, a capable deck. So it kind of just, it is what it is. You can't win them all. That's just the thing about this game. You can never go into the mentality that you can't be beaten, because the truth of the matter is anyone is eligible to lose at any time. But really fun. I have really been enjoying the deck a lot. I have a couple ideas on the horizon here for possibly changing some things up. But this build is pretty solid. It's been about a week, maybe 2 weeks, since I've really changed majorly anything out of the deck list. And I'm overall satisfied with its performance. That is all I have for you guys tonight. This has been a showcasing by Autumn's Allure. My name is the White Mexican, and I will see you in the next video.